their ass. And you know, the father might be a few couple miles away from a fucking gas station. Pops get out to go walk,
And that's it.
and he freeze, and then they ass freeze.
Yeah.
Or I've heard the stories
Yeah.
where he's frozen, and then somebody pull up and they still alive barely. But it's
Yeah.
unfortunate, man.
Little
It's
young
very very
sister. I guess
unfortunate.
she just
Indeed.
moved back up to Buffalo to take care of her father because she was from North Carolina, living in North Carolina. Moved back up there, coming home from work, got stuck. Started calling 911, FaceTiming family members, and yeah, that's it, man. They found her body, but they haven't released the cause. I'm thinking that might have been it. The carbon monoxide. I don't know if she just necessarily, might have just froze to death, but I'm thinking it's the carbon.
Right.
Terrible.
All right, gentlemen, let's move. Let's get on to this, man. Can we punch?
We can punch if you want to punch.
Let's
I mean,
punch.
you ready to punch?
Let's punch.
Mm.
What the fuck?
It's time to rock this motherfucker with three the hard way. Thank God, Betty P.
Yeah,
The hard
yeah.
way.
Yeah. You've been waiting all day.
It's time to rock this motherfucker with three the hard way. Thank God, Betty P.
Eddie
Three
P.
the hard
Yes,
way.
you're not rocking with the best. Youngstown Zone, 3 p.m. A Death
It's time to rock this motherfucker with three the hard way. Thank God, Betty P. Three
Featuring
the hard
the
way.
man in the myth who explains the man in the myth. Jay, motherfucking Drizzy,
It's time to rock
also
this
featuring
motherfucker with three the hard way. Thank God, Betty P.
this
Three the hard
cocaine.
way.
And you are now listening to the legendary sounds of Beat Down Brown. And like we always do about this time, anything that comes out of my mouth, Quartermaster's mouth, Drizzy's mouth, or mouth does not represent the views and opinions of one Mr. Eddie motherfucking Coppola, DJ LOH on the ones and twos, very own High Value Man. Let's fight this motherfucking evil. Shout out Kid Free, rest in peace K Slade, DJ O Money, Red Alert, Foster's Freeze, C Staples, and all the heroes of Youngstown, Ohio. Let's fight this motherfucking evil.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. It was on it, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
It was on that
He
shit.
laid it
That's
down.
good.
I was like, okay.
Whoa.
That motherfucking had his Wheaties.
Oh, bro, I was up in that bitch. I don't know if y'all saw it. I was doing this shit like I was back in the 90s videos, the Busta Rhymes shit. Y'all. My brothers. All my brothers. Listen.
What it is.
Yes,
Yeah,
man. Like, share,
and
subscribe, people,
subscribe.
please.
Shout out
Yes, sir.
to the 2 new subscribers, man. I guess that 39, that whoever that was on the fence said, fuck it, let's do it. And I just saw 401.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
peeped
to
that
the man.
too.
Yeah,
Much
yeah.
appreciated. Much
Shout out to the
appreciated.
man in the myth for being back. Glad you
Oh,
doing
yeah.
better, brother. And
Word.
shout out to the Cuddy for running the oh so beautiful show. Let's get it with them ashy ass elbows.
Oh,
Yeah.
these motherfuckers been sitting on a desk all day, man. I've been fucking programming shit. Hey, we're gonna have this NFT launch by next week, man. So
That's what's happening.
we dropped that
That's
what's
good.
cryptocurrency this morning. And yeah, NFT coming next week. We'll be good to go, man. Be good to go. And make sure you guys stop by the SwableRoom.com and pick up a t-shirt or some shit.
Get that organic woman. You
And
know what
I
I'm saying?
swear, if I don't see 4 to 5 thumbs up per week from this goddamn show, man, it's gonna be consequences and repercussions. Gentlemen,
I'm on mine.
hit
I'm
that
on mine.
like for your damn self.
I'm on mine.
He got a point. He got a point. I don't be doing that shit. I'll be like, I like it to feel organic, you know what I mean? But you right. Y'all hit the like.
Hey,
We've been serving up this,
I'm on mine, bro.
I'm looking,
Just
I'm
serving up
like
this chaos.
1, 2, New York City 1, New York City 2. See,
Right.
you fucked up my count.
Off it.
It was the count.
There we go,
There it
man.
is.
So we got our shop up and everything, man. We good to go. Yeah, please swing through, grab the t-shirt. You can pay for that shit with crypto, or credit card. Hell,
Or credit card.
That's it. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, and also at the top, you see we dropped our token here. So
Ladies, get that organic woman shirt so the fellas know you certified, so they ain't got to guess what's under that makeup. You know what I'm saying?
You stupid.
hey, don't trust our shirts, man, because motherfucking dudes could be out there buying them organic female t-shirts from us.
Right.
And there'll be a scandal. We'll get sued.
Just don't go to sleep with Beyonce and wake up with Jay-Z.
It's like how the fellas got to say pause when we say certain things, ladies. And when y'all walk up on the man, you gotta be like, no bulge. And get some
Wow.
No bulge.
There we go.
All right, man. Let's get in, man. Let's get in.
Wow.
Hey,
It just keeps hitting, don't it? The flavor.
Go.
yeah. Hey, we gotta send a rest in peace to the Cuddy, Aaron Anthony Man ally, who passed away at the early age of 36 this week from a very long illness. Rest in power, brother. And
Yes,
Indeed.
Indeed.
Rest
we'll
in
be
peace
together
to
again.
Cuddy. And
Indeed.
Man.
some water. You know what? Condolences to the unk too, man.
To the homie.
Condolences to the unk and the whole family, man.
Indeed.
Word. For sure.
All right, man.
Let's jump into this shit, man.
Get it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that part.
Tory Lanez found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't understand why everybody's surprised how that went down. I mean, they got everything. He went to trial. They went through everything, right? And yeah.
I think everybody is shocked because from what I've seen, it was a cat that was following the court case. Lead attorney follows it. It was people in the Cosby trial. And it was another cat. I think he was either a lawyer or a law student. And they said that there was so much reasonable doubt. That's why everybody, like, nobody's doubting that anything happened to her. Like, I looked at the video closely, and you could see when she was backing up, you could see the blood, right?
Mhm.
But like somebody said, she started off lying about the whole fucking incident. Okay. Then you find then Kelsey, her best friend, is pleading the fifth on the stand. The bodyguard doesn't show up. His DNA wasn't found on the magazine or the gun. That's why everybody is like, yo, that's that guilty on all three felony counts. Nah.
No?
You know.
Well, it's like I said, he got a strong shot at an appeal, but we'll see how that go. But now, you know, his dad, I saw his dad is up here, man. He's he's out there with the conspiracy theories, talking about his Jay-Z fault. He got his people involved, and because his son didn't want to sign with Rock Nation, and because they rep Megan and all this other foolishness. I know Jay is like, could you please keep my name out your mouth? That's between y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not on no street level bullshit. Please keep my name out in this situation, man. I got nothing to do with this shit.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think it was necessary to bring up Hove's name in the situation. That was a situation between three drunk motherfuckers. And Hove wasn't in the car with him. Tory had been saying though that there was some shit going on where they wanted him to sign. And Jay does get in the middle of shit. He got in the middle of Rihanna and Chris Brown's situation. That being said, that's not a reason for his pop to go. Like, come on, man. Your son is already in a bad position. And so you're going to drag another brother that wasn't nowhere near the situation just because he managed that goofy ass broad. Nah, I get you being an upset dad, but you know, it's ways to get.
He
get
went
your
way left with that shit.
Yeah,
Way
yeah.
left.
Like, what are you talking about, man?
And my opinion with that whole thing is basically like even before the trial and everything, in between all this stuff, like right after it went down, when everybody was having his speculations and everything, what he could have done, even though I mean he was found guilty and everything, this whole social media and everything, this fool on social media talking shit to everybody about the whole shit. So I mean, it was kind of like, dude, you kind of put your foot in your mouth with that shit. Like, if you would have stayed quiet and just shut the fuck up, because that shit's free, this might not have happened. But you over here saying other shit, putting shit in where you shouldn't be putting shit in.
Yeah, like I said,
shit.
Pop's fucking up the game because they took Tory straight to jail. It's like, yeah, let's go now immediately. It's like
take that gold off, put these cuffs on.
Exactly.
I was reading. He's Canadian, huh? So they were talking about deporting him.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if are prisons worse in the United States or are they worse in Canada?
Nah, it's the U.S.
I couldn't even tell you, bro.
They put that shit in movies.
I don't plan on seeing a jail in either one, so I don't know, bro.
I couldn't even tell you, boss. Jail is jail to me. I don't give a fuck. You
that part.
Take your freedom. You take my freedom away. That's the shit.
It's just a lot of shit that was weird about that. Like, you had one motherfucker saying that the gun was packed, the stylist or whatever. He saw the gun in Kelsey shit from what they were saying, but then he quickly changed up on him. I mean, at the end of the day, it's an unfortunate situation because all of them youngins, and it seemed like for her, shit always follow her. Whether it's what's that? It's 18, 16, oh something, 16, whatever. What was the baseball player that she was signed to?
Wasn't it like 1501 or something like that?
1501. She was assigned to the. I forget what his name is, but him and Jay Prince was helping him with the deal. Okay. All of a sudden, Rock Nation started courting her, and she just dipped, owing this cat $3 million. And she was like, no, he didn't pay for nothing. This guy did. Well, where the fuck you think the guy was getting the money from? But that being said, man, it's still no reason for this young lady to have been shot in the feet, man. I think this shit went too far. I think it shouldn't have went to the court of public opinion. And I think that cocaine is right. I think that his fucking problem is he wanted to start dropping mixtapes about the situation. This shit was jamming, but you was harassing her because I guess he wasn't supposed to be saying anything to anyone else about her. And this motherfucker made a mixtape, a little EP. I was jamming like, nigga, your ass gonna be in trouble, but nigga, this
I'm like, ooh, you gonna get it, but keep
that shit hit like that R. Kelly shit, huh?
That's what I was just about to say. That I admit it.
Ooh, you gonna get it. This is what we gonna jam to on your way back to prison.
Right. You ain't shit.
It's just unfortunate, man. This is their generation now, man. You got dudes, you shooting chicks in the foot. You trying to shoot her pinky toe off?
Thanks, sis. DJ LOH on the ones and twos said it was Carl Crawford who she was signed to. And he said that right now this bitch got a standing bill of $3 million, man, that he pumped into her to get her out there. And Jay Prince was trying to help him. And so when the whole Rock Nation shit started, she was like, oh, these men, I'm college educated, and these men just want to do this. And like, oh, you got to pay what you owe, but that still
don't work that off.
Yeah, but the thing is, if in the hood, they going by, oh, that's my little cousin, thinking that's the contract. If you ain't got nothing in writing, you fuck.
There you go.
I
think he had this shit in writing.
Okay, then that's fine. Then he's going to get paid, just like that whole thing with Reggie Bush.
Yeah,
I just not to pay old buddy. And he ended up losing the Heisman and everything, and a whole bunch of other shit behind that because he didn't pay the dude who fronted him.
Yeah, it's nigga shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's all that was.
Nigga shit. I'm trying to watch my language, but
that's the perfect terminology for this situation. That's all.
ED Jakes, I think a lot of us need to get. I think a lot of us need to catch up with the times and start learning to handle business and quit with the nigga rigging and the nigga shit. Because then you on social media, hey, I was wrong and this person owed me. Motherfuckers don't want to care about that when the music is good.
Right.
They're like, motherfucker, shut up. That she with Bay,
And with everything else that's going on, it's like, how come there was no contract if you about the business?
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? We keep, like you said, we keep doing that ish
Yeah, let's say
get your paperwork in order. I mean, how many times we gonna hear this story?
Yeah,
again, especially in 2022/3. Shit.
Yeah. And I just wanna say, man, for me personally, regardless of what I think the outcome of that trial should have been, the young lady shouldn't have had she shouldn't have been injured if what she's saying is true, because we'll never know. Only the 3 people that was there know what happened. Regardless, she shouldn't have been fucking injured. She shouldn't have been hurt. Things got too far. I'm the last motherfucker to sit up and point a finger at some drunk people. You understand what I'm saying? But glad she's still here. Right. It's unfortunate for him because he got children. And it's just a drunk situation, got too far out of hand, and this motherfucker is now facing possibly 25 years deportation. So we're gonna see. Hopefully he got a strong appeal, man.
All right.
Next.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please. I can care less about that. I'm sorry.
I can tell. You need to shut up and let other people talk, Drizzy. Quit talking that damn much, man.
This the only show where the panelists say I don't give a fuck about topics. Talk about the topics. Just the second light skinned motherfucker that's here. I don't want to talk about it.
One of them motherfuckers.
Drizzy sitting there with his remote, like, yeah, motherfuckers, come on.
Right.
This is the good part.
Like, panelists, shut up, nigga. Let's get off of it so they can.
Yeah, when I first heard about this, I was like, man, this bitch was this close from like ruining a bunch of good pussy. Like, just in a
all that stallion meat. Go ahead, continue.
All that stallion meat. Gone. But you can't hold your liquor, bitch.
Side note, like Michael J. White said, you do know you named yourself after a male horse.
A male horse.
Yeah, but continue. Go ahead.
But hey, look, man. Hey. That was about to be a lot of meat that went to waste, like you said.
About to go to the glue factory, huh?
Her college degree wasn't in equitarianism, was it?
I just want to say this with horses. Let me say this too, man. If he did shoot this goofy ass broad, her and homegirl supposedly passed motherfuckers back and forth. That's their thing. Allegedly.
Who's that? Her and her people.
Her and her people. The friend is finer than her. I'm not about to shoot no bitch that's giving me some ass. Excuse me. I'm not about to shoot a young lady that's giving me some ass and then saying, here, you can have a piece of my friend. If that happened, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know this new generation. It's like, I'm upset. I got to kill you.
It's in the Napoleon complex or whatever, because she was damn near 6 foot. And what? Yeah. He's what, 5?
It's cat nigga 5'2".
4'3". That nigga show.
Shout. So yeah, it might have been a Napoleon complex. She might have just stepped on him and like, oops, I didn't see you there. And he got mad and shot her in the pinky toe.
Didn't they say that there was no powder burns on his hands or anything?
Nothing, Driz. Nothing. No powder burns.
I'm wondering if somebody else really did. See, I got to make it interesting because this shit is boring. So I think the father might be on to something. The father might be on to something. He might not should have name dropped till he got his ducks in a row. Right?
It's not necessarily boring. It's just tacky and on some old ish.
Exactly.
It's on some ish. That's all. And it's trending. That's why I made the. That's why I made the list.
No.
Hey, man,
right
look.
on. Yeah, it's trending. I just
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. Drizzy, you're 100% right. The shit is corny. but I get what Mr. Cobble is doing.
Absolutely. No.
We got to throw one motherfucker in there.
You got to cover
it.
That's it.
You didn't touch it, But you're right. It was no powder burns. It was no DNA. His DNA wasn't on the weapon, the magazine, none of that shit. And the third charge they added right before the trial started, and they was like, "Yeah, you guilty on all 3 counts." That's why everybody is like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck happened? Like, how did this shit happen?"
But did they test his feet? They never tested his feet. Aha.
Monkey toe. Yeah. You think he got monkey toe?
That motherfucker is black. That's where the evidence is at. His melon.
It was a phantom balcony shooter.
Right.
The grassy knoll, man.
Anybody lift up his shirt and see if he had a quado?
See, next. Oh my God.
I said next 5 minutes ago, and y'all want to keep going.
Quaid.
Hey man,
Hey,
Jay,
man,
Drizzy,
like,
where's your clicker at, man? Damn it, where's your
like-
clicker?
like,
Shit.
like Drizzy said, man, nobody gives a shit. If these was two broke niggas, it would just be a story about a stripper getting shot. Like,
Yeah.
nobody would give a fuck because this shit
It's
happens
real
all the
shit.
time.
It's real shit.
I know.
No, but you know what? You know what else is good? It's good that some motherfuckers with some gray and some age on them can talk about the topic and then say, "Don't nobody give a fuck about this," and wouldn't give a fuck about it if it wasn't a fine bitch and a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
It.
Like,
That's it.
she's not a rapper. She sucks. She ain't even selling. But nobody would care. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. Hey man,
I
that's
like her
just what-
videos.
I understand. They're
Of
entertaining.
course.
They're entertaining.
Save you money from going to a strip club.
That part too.
Yeah.
That part too. All right, Tank. Go on,
Let's
hit that
get it.
switch,
Let's
man.
get
Hit
it.
the clicker.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right. Oh boy. Even
Oh.
more.
Hey man,
Dun, dun,
they got a
dun.
reality show coming out, right? If I'm not
I,
mistaken, they've
I
been
hope
filming.
not. I really
Yeah,
hope
man.
not.
This shit is this is
It's the definition of a tragedy, man. It's
Is this gonna be on? Is it gonna be on the Zeus network? Because I mean, that's the only place that could air this shit.
It's just she's
HBO After Dark.
yeah. She's just a sad, very sad, misguided young lady
Yes.
who just keeps chasing this dude around. You know, like I said, when I saw her put that tattoo on her, what was that on her neck? Or
Oh, you
whatever,
ain't see her
a dude's face, and then the tooth.
With the dude's
Yeah.
face on it.
Yeah, I mean, she's just she's oh god, she's out there, man. She's out there for
Didn't Nas
old
write a
buddy.
song about her? A little girl lost or something like that.
Black Girl Lost.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Donald Goins wrote the book about her, you know.
yeah, he
yeah.
did. He did.
Let me say this, man. Homegirl had a troubled upbringing. Well, first the headline is Chrisean Rock says she's aborted 3 of Blueface babies. She said that the next one she's probably gonna keep.
Yeah, because it's illegal now, ain't it?
Is
probably
there a
keep-
3 strikes rule?
Hey.
You already set up a bad habit. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
The thing
Yeah.
is,
Right.
she said
even if you wanted to
probably,
keep a
son.
baby, you're gonna
She
accidentally
said
kill that motherfucker.
probably.
But she said, you know what? Listen, she had a troubled upbringing in Baltimore, and I'm not gonna say troubled young lady because she be the one taking off on this motherfucker. There is photos where she done black both of his eyes, and he does his best not to whip her ass because ball can throw him.
Yeah.
That being said, man, I don't think she need to keep the next one either. I'm not saying don't have any babies, but that's too toxic an environment to bring a child into. Because in that interview you guys sent, she was on there saying the person who was asking the questions, the interviewer said, "Yo, you think the baby will calm you down? Is that why you want to keep it?" No, the baby ain't gonna calm me down. I'm still going. It's gonna be up. No kid needs to be raised by a motherfucker with a tooth missing and the prosthetic tooth got the dad on it. No. This motherfucker all over her neck. Nah, man. Talented athlete she is, but this is what she's choosing, man. It's Drizzy hit it on the nail. Black Girl Lost, man.
How old is she?
Yeah, it's kind of sad, man.
24.
Yeah, that explains it right there. The frontal lobe is not fully developed yet.
I don't buy it.
Yeah.
She just look like a broken female. I mean, like broken. Like she can't do nothing without old boy's cosign. You know, she needs his approval for everything, and it's just to the point where
But see, again, big bro, only so much of that shit you can blame on him. He tried to kick her out. Even Whack came over there, was like, "Get the fuck out. I ain't leaving. Bitch, get out. I ain't going nowhere." Just like that. You can say it. She told this motherfucker, "You can say it as much as you want to. I ain't leaving."
Yeah,
and he stuck on her. So
yeah, I saw she fought his mama. He
the
fought
sister,
her daddy. Yeah, I mean, it's just
she whooped everybody ass.
Yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad all the way around, man. It's just one of those relationships. It's like, man, It's just not going to end well. It's not going to end well.
And she's huh? Go ahead, Cuddy.
It's true what they say about crazy women. That is very true. It is very true.
What they say? Tell them about the gun line, boss.
Oh, tell them about the state of Mississippi.
Well, Blueface still, after all that's going on, he's still going up, shooting up the club. You know.
Yeah, guaranteed.
So that's why she didn't, 3 strikes or whatever. He's still.
Hey man.
Hey, just remember, gentlemen, you always need to dribble before you shoot.
Hey man, well,
I just know, man.
Dribbled, fumbled,
or revert back to Drizzy's look away technique.
I guess that ain't
episodes
happening.
back.
I think what helped me is, in the middle of it, and she pulled that tooth out, or that tooth fell out.
Yeah,
I
man.
will definitely,
I can't
maintain the stroke.
I can't be licking no gum like. That motherfucker gone. That motherfucker gone clean to the gum. It ain't even chipped. I can't lick no motherfucking gum now.
And I be speaking my innermost thoughts in the back of the brain.
I got to say it, Drizzy. Her shit is gone to the gum, clean, the root and all. I can't lick that. If she just be talking, I love Blueface. Put the tooth in for your talk, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Back in the day, though. You'd have went for it.
Hey, listen.
I don't want no chick looking like Too Short.
No, you know what he getting at, Mr. Coppola. You know what he talking about.
I got you.
I could do a missing leg before I could do a missing tooth.
How come
I know it sounds crazy.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I know it sounds crazy.
For all y'all who don't know what's going on, go back to our videos and you'll see what the hell we talking about.
And they fucking ambush me.
Oh shit!
Part 1, part 2, please.
Part
go
one.
back and check.
Oh, that
Part
yeah.
1, part 2.
Handicapped women.
Look at Drizzy.
I remember now. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that
The true story, brother. True story.
Yeah.
This cat.
Oh, it was.
This motherfucker, you messing with a motherfucker with one leg till she hobbled her ass in that door. This motherfucker was like, well, wait a goddamn minute. Maybe put your walk over there.
I see what you synced.
Yeah. I can deal with that for the tooth, man. She just, you can hear the air going in and out that motherfucker. Quit smiling, man. Little indentation.
Every time you smile, you whistle.
Every time. All right, man. Let's get off this toxic.
Hey, I wish them all the best.
I hope it get better, man.
I do too.
I
do too.
I hope they go see Minister Farrakhan and TD Jakes before they bring a baby into that environment, man.
I hope she puts a black and mild filter in place of that lost tooth and make it look good.
So you want her to put a dead tooth up in there?
Oh my God! Oh wow!
A dead tooth. Okay, man. They got enough money, man. She got it all. Her implant is tattooed, man. She got enough money.
You said
just stick a backwood up in there. Put a backwood up there.
I would buy.
He said a backwood.
Hey, I would buy.
That's that wooden filter.
I would buy tickets to see that meeting. It was Jake's, Farrakhan, Blueface. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. TD Jakes, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to do something. Yeah. It's sad. Yeah, man.
Get ready.
We hitting the clicker, man. I got the clicker, man.
My bad.
All right, man. What? Come on, man. Talk to me about this, man. How we gonna bust this down, man? I can't relate. But go ahead.
So I would like. I think that was Drizzy that made a comment. I'd like him to lead off on this
Trigger
one.
warning.
Here we go.
Warning. So I'm going through the videos, and a lot of these sisters, they like to post the videos for the bros, like, oh, y'all think it's better, the grass is greener on the other side, listen to these mixed kids. And so you click on the video and it's mostly girls that's saying, yo, if you mix with a white mom, you're gonna hear a lot of racist bullshit. They're gonna start saying things as out of pocket, out of the way. And so a few of them just kept saying that they would like say some just openly fucked up shit. Like, do you understand who, like, you my mom, but do you understand who I am? Like, I'm still a black person, and you saying this fucked up shit. You know, the one girl was saying, "Hey man, you know, they were doing their damnedest to straighten my hair," which was one of the complaints that, you know, and I don't feel bad for her, but Halle Berry had about the cat Gabriel Aubrey. Said that he was dyeing the baby's hair and constantly trying to straighten her hair. But it was just, you know, they were complaining that, hey man, my white mom be saying some racist fucked up shit. They don't give a fuck they got a black baby.
It smells like nigger in here. Somebody gonna need to take a bath.
What is this medieval torture weapon? Give me my hot comb, mama.
Hilarious. Too funny.
Yeah, there's gonna be nuances when you blend in, you know, different races, you know, that way. But yeah, I get. I mean, there's nothing new. Black parents say fucked up shit too. You know, that's what I was like. Okay, I get it. These girls, you know, are saying if it was a black mom and a white dad, you know, it may be. I can't say it may be different or whatever, but they were just saying how fucked up some of these moms are after having a biracial child, like bringing them around family members that they know are racist and pretty much just selling them out, just letting them hang out there while they say all this fucked up shit. And it's like, oh, you know, don't pay them no mind. You know what I mean? You still family, but it's still traumatizing.
Let me say this. I'm glad that they telling that shit. First of all, it's not just, it could be a black woman and a white dad. Them white dads be saying some shit. Like, I've talked to people, but the fact of the matter is, man, I've been hearing like the Sage Steels of the world and all of these other people. Oh, I heard fucked up shit from my black side. But then you'll constantly see, you know, on TV, the one girl off of one of these housewives shows, some girl was on Steve Harvey, you know, they go seeking they go trying to find these white parents, and the white parent, like, to shut the fucking door in their face, don't want nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying? You know, that happened to the one girl. She was like, yeah, I'm just trying to meet my dad, man, and he shut the fucking door in my face, and I just want him to accept me. You know, I know a young lady. I'm not going to say her name because she's from the Yo. She looked completely fucking different. Her brother was dark skinned. She was pale with green eyes. And I noticed that she changed her name, and I asked her what the deal was. She was like, yeah, there was a time when my parents were separated. My mom moved on up to Seattle for a little bit. And, you know, she did what she did. And I got a white daddy up there. And I'm like, so you change your name and just like shit on this black dad who raised you? Like she said, he was a wonderful dad and all, but that's not my real dad. I'm like, you don't even know this fucking guy. You know, so I'm glad that they saying what they saying, because a lot of times I'm starting to see a lot of these mixed kids, they like to take their angst out and their anger on their black half. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah, man, but I got kids that have gone that are actually that product, and thank God my kids ain't like that, bro.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying
like that. No, I feel what you're saying, but I mean, it's like in that sense, it could just be maybe that in their situation that either they thought it was love when they was together, or maybe it was a one night stand and they was like, oh, well, we just gonna see what it is and try to work it out, and it didn't work out. Or they was dickmatized by that shit, and they realized that the dick that they was attached to, the person they was attached to, was trash. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It could be one of those three things. I mean, because, or also maybe it was just that they just really could not fit in, or saw that culture was something that they just could not relate to.
Yeah. Once the Henny and the weed wore off, you know, reality sunk in and was just like, oh, I was supposed to hit and quit. You know,
or it really was just a phase to them, and they just had children out of that phase.
Man, I've talked to a lot of white dudes who pretty much said that once a once a white chick goes black, that bitch is ruined, and no white man will touch her. No
Yeah,
self-respecting white
that.
man will touch her. So you got a lot of these bitter white women out here with black proof that they fucked up, and everybody's giving them hell for it. For race mixing.
Did you call them 18 years, 18-year receipt? Yeah, is that what you're calling these kids, man? Evidence, 18 years of
I
evidence?
don't even know where to start with my take on this, but I will jump somewhere in. All right, so I was working a job, right, and I found out that one of my coworkers, lived in the next adjoining condo complex in A-Town, Ohio. I'll just say A-Town, west of Y-Town, right? So this person it just so happens she had children with a guy who used to go to the church I grew up in, right? So I didn't really know her, but I knew of her, and I had seen her coming in and out of the church with the little, babies, and so I kind of knew who she was, right? But what was the shocker was on the ride to work one day, she started going in on black women so bad, as if number one, I wasn't fitting that description or bill, colloquially speaking, and my sister didn't fit that bill, and my mother didn't fit that bill, and I cussed her out, and I was like, "You can pull this motherfucking car over, and I will walk the rest of the way to Niles, because I'm not about to sit here and peaceably listen to you run down women who are of my ethnicity, my complexion, my family members, and your damn daughters fit that." I had to hit her with that. Do you know that's what they're gonna grow up to be, right? Well,
you couldn't hold your tongue until the end of the drive.
I had the same thing happen. Go ahead, Triz.
That's a very long walk.
Trigger warning.
Yeah.
Trigger warning.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had that happen.
I mean, and it's always, I have a black friend. It's always those ones that introduce the word nigga. I mean, the first time I heard that word, I was 5 years old, and it was my grandparents' neighbors. They had never said anything that would indicate that, right? But when your 6-year-old or 7-year-old grandson is saying that to the neighbor's grandkid when they're just playing out in the yard, he heard that somewhere. That's just something I don't tolerate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so then when I finally decided to drop my standard to go outside of my people to look for love, or whatever you want to call it, I had my oldest, and his mother pursued me at no end, only to after she decided to run off with him and all these other decisions, start telling him that I moved on. I didn't want him. I wasn't no good. I got a whole nother family. It's typical black dude stuff.
Yeah.
New stepdaddy, munchie that he is, little midget man that he is. I'm sure he doesn't look too kindly on our kind. You know what I'm saying?
Shots fired.
Those type of things. You know what I'm saying? They eat away. They eat away at the fabric of the theory of, it's all about love and where you find it. Not when the grandparents ask, what's their hair gonna look like? Is they gonna have that hard to manage hair? Yeah. Oh, I just had to tell you, my granddaddy was in the KKK, but he was in the Good Klan. They didn't lynch Negroes, but they just burned the cross and let you know where you did or didn't belong.
He was just in time. He was just in charge of the sundown towns. That's all. He didn't kill
He rang the bell.
He just passed out the flyers. That was about it.
Right.
He made the costumes. He made the costumes for the horses.
For the meetings at the church.
It's where they get the term crossing guard from.
Right. But hey, listen, it's funny, Drizzy, because I had that same situation happen in Texas. I met a young lady in the gym. Her name was never mind, go do that. But I met her in the gym, And you know what? We got cool. And her son was he looked like Shabba-Doo. Both her sons looked like Shabba-Doo. They was little biracial cats. They was from the Yo. And I don't know how the fuck it came up, but she ended up letting it slip that she instructed this boy to stay away from black girls. And I was like, what do you mean? I said, that boy got black grandmother, black aunties, cousins, probably. Why would you say something like that? Well, he said that all the ones at school got attitudes, so he go after the Latin. No, fuck all that. Let's deal with what you just said. How do you think that's cool when you chase after as much black dick as you can? Like, so I just I like people say, man, just because you lay with somebody of another race don't mean that just because that person will lay with you don't mean that they got these underlying fucking thoughts and feelings about other groups, man. I ain't never did that because I was focused on the task at hand. But
I would think that okay, someone that would knee their father in the groin for calling their partner a nick, calling them a nigger lover, okay, would hold that standard throughout the rest of their existence, especially as it pertains to their child that they share with someone of the opposite or whatever you perceive it. Race to me is a big load of crap anyway. But I heard the phone messages. Don't you come bring him into my house. You're a fucking nigger lover. You're not going to go to heaven. You're going to burn in hell.
Yeah, that's that old shit.
And then when he came out looking more like them, then it was like, oh, well, invite him to dinner.
Fuck nah, fuck that. But you know what, man?
You like pretty nigger babies.
Let me tell you something. It ain't just them. I got one of my cuddies is half Hispanic. He half Puerto Rican. And he said, man, yeah, it was rough because my mom's people used to say all kind of shit. Now his dad looked like motherfucking Richie Valenzuela. He don't look black, but they said all kind of shit, until he got older. It's funny what you just said. Until he got older and he showed more Puerto Rican than he did black. You can't tell he black. You know what I'm saying? But, eventually he ended up, I guess, changing his last name to some Spanish shit, hyphenated it. But it's, and it's not all of them, but it's a weird thing that some of them go through, man. It's a very weird fucking dynamic that some of those children go through, man. They caught between, two different worlds, man.
I grew up with cats who was, they wasn't black enough for the black kids and it wasn't white enough for the white kids. They were in that gray area.
That parallel.
Yeah, they was like, we can't, and it was confusing as hell for them, because they want to be down with the culture, but they won't be accepted because of, what their mom looked like, or or vice versa, or their dad looked like. It was just, I felt bad for them at times, man, but it is what it is, man. It's just whatever you identify as.
Let me tell you, one of the girls I went to school with, her mama lived right in the middle of the nose, on the nose, and it was clear she was blonde haired, blue eyed little girl. Her hair had a little nappiness to it, but she was pale. But nobody treated her different like that. You mix, all right, well, come on, let's go play. And to this day, we never treated, we never treated people like that. I can't speak for everybody else, but my little group, we didn't do that, man. No, we ain't put these motherfuckers on no pedestals, and we ain't put them below our boots. So
that's good, because growing up on the South Side, over there, Evergreen, Warren, Market Street.
Yeah.
Oreo, high yellow, look. I'm like, let these hands teach you.
Oh, listen.
Your deeper melanin content.
Actually, like I said, when we started this, I was like, our own people will do the same thing, especially with the light-skinned cousins and the dark-skinned cousins. Yeah,
colorism,
colorism is real.
Issue
like
in every community.
Yeah,
I was damn near raised by my great grandmother, man, and she was a dark skinned lady. She told me as a young kid, that I was baby shit colored, piss colored nigga.
Yeah, I heard it too. I heard it too. You heard that too? You heard the piss color one?
Oh shoot!
I heard piss color. Hey, I heard piss color.
Shoot.
You know, so get your piss colored ass over here. I heard white boy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, for me, it was nothing behind it. Was it crude? It wasn't raw, but it wasn't cruel. You know what I'm saying? And I say this too, man. Well, I just forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. But no, you know, let's not act like it didn't go the other way either. The dark-skinned kids got it bad than a motherfucker. Tar baby and African booty scratcher. And just all this shit that came from children, a child's fucked up mind. Yeah, and we gotta put that there. Like, you got a lot of Africans is like, our black people called us African booty scratchers. That's kid shit, man. Those same kids grew up and was protesting apartheid in the HBCU. So fuck that dumb shit. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, but again,
trying to become good Africans themselves.
You want to, like one of the number one selling product over in Africa is bleaching cream.
Bleaching cream.
That's in Asia too.
We talk about colorism. I mean, damn, it goes right back to the root.
Yeah. And let me tell you something.
Crazy.
Motherfucker don't like. I don't know. Like, I hear some people on the internet like, oh, light skinned people get treated better. No.
We had our
y'all out of style.
Yeah,
right. And don't fuck.
Come on, man. When Wesley Snipes kicked in, come on, man.
And don't fuck around and be light skinned without the good light skin shit, like the light eyes and the good hair. Fuck around and be light skinned with, I ain't mad at my shit. Oh, people know, ain't nobody treating you better. They like, that's just high yellow off. That's piss colored off. Come here, pissy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. But I hate. Hey, look, man. Hopefully, at some point in humanity, never happened. Plan to fucking explode before it happens. But hopefully, I just gotta say it. We get to a point in society, man, where we really ain't looking at motherfuckers, based on the color of their skin, man.
Right on.
Yeah, dig.
Right on.
Truth.
Yeah. Click it.
Clicker. Hold on.
The Drizzy click.
I was watching that shit, man.
Okay, let's get it.
Go again, man.
Oh man,
I quit.
There you go again, man.
He
lost his fucking mind last week, man. Stop! Like everything we said, that motherfucker had something for it. Bink. What'd he say? Bink.
I quit.
Stop shooting that little shit.
Don't shoot that little motherfucker no more. Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
Quick.
I don't know how they script that, but that was one of the most epic scenes ever. But okay. All right, man. Oh, buddy. File for divorce. The paternity test confirms that the baby is his, even though my man had a vasectomy.
Hey, I thought it was a whole different thing till I read this shit, son.
See?
After I read this shit, son, yo.
Break it down, man.
I'm all for my man, bro. I'm all for the dude. All for him.
Yeah.
All for him.
Tell us about the
break.
Break it down for all, please. Break it down.
All right, so check it. All right, it's a couple that both of them did not want children. Neither one of them wanted kids, and they were doing all they could as far as like the whole like contraceptives and stuff. Right. But he was like, "Yo, fuck this. I'm just trying. I don't want to have kids at all." So he went and had a vasectomy. Right. And like after 3 years, his wife got pregnant. And he was like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, what's going on with you? You on some bullshit, yo? So they wouldn't have a paternity test. Like, he was able to have one before she had the baby. And it came out that the baby was his. And even after she had the baby, they had another paternity test to be on the safe side. And it still came out that it was his. But after she had the baby, she had a change of heart and wanted to keep it. neither one of them wanted to have kids. He was like, man, fuck this. I still don't want to have kids. I don't think I would be a good father. He stuck to the script. She decided that she wanted to keep it. So he filed for divorce. Now, he said that he'll still pay the child support and everything, but he don't want to have nothing to do with it.
You know what? Okay. I agree with you fellas, and I'll be quick so as to not grandstand. I agree with you guys, you gentlemen, percent. Because here's the thing, he made it known from the fucking jump. She was on board with that decision to not have children. Homie got snipped. I thought this was gonna be some other shit because I was about to get into this. Yeah, I know somebody who had a vasectomy and they got you know what I'm saying?
I was thinking the same shit, son.
Right. You know, nah, man. Hey, she knew what he wanted. She made the choice. So hey, he making a different choice. You can't blame him.
In the words of Snoop Dogg, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she was, had the baby and was trying to bring the baby around him. He's like, would you go on ahead with that? I told you, I don't want no parts of that. You was going to have that baby. You was flying solo. Now she raising him mad that he don't want to participate. He's like, I told you.
I don't want to be mad at him for that shit.
Yeah. I don't want no kids in the room when I'm shooting. The motherfuckers bring me bad luck.
Bad luck.
It's
you don't get that kid's ass the fuck out of here.
I'ma stick him, and I'm definitely gonna stick this little janky motherfucker right here. Yeah,
I met a girl like that in Texas, man. She white girl. I was putting cable in her internet in her
pussy. Oh,
that's what you call it. That's what you call it, son. That's what they say down in Texas.
I was putting internet in her apartment. She was a student. So
go ahead.
Somehow we got to talking, but she was saying that her mom got pregnant by a cat that didn't want to be the dad. She never hassled him, but he did. He paid his child support faithfully, man. She never had to go after him. And this was the first time I ever heard of this mother never spent the money on anything. She put it into an account. And so all of this money accumulated over 18 years. And so the young lady was able to go to school without a bill and had a shit ton of money left over. So, hey, man, that situation worked out. And the thing is, man, why would you force a baby on somebody that's telling you I wouldn't be a good father?
She thought once he saw it, he'd have a change of heart. Like
I don't think she was forcing it. I think she thought she could, like it said, change his heart.
Okay,
She thought he would go through the same attachment and change that she did, and he was like,
looking at the baby. Yeah, he looking at the baby like, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's cute. That's a cute little motherfucker. I mean, he looked like me, but bye, bitch.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I told you on principle. I told you I didn't want any kids. We hooked up. You said we wasn't having any kids.
Right. I'm gonna write him this letter and let him know I didn't want him. So when he get 18 and come looking for me, he don't have to search. You can just tell him to open up the envelope.
I told you I wasn't shit from the jump. No, it wasn't I wasn't shit. I told you I didn't want a kid.
This is kind of why I wish Miss Kiki was on tonight so she could give the female perspective on, like, are we wrong for having this view?
Can she call in?
We don't have the female perspective on this one. But
I think she must be
busy.
Where's
DJ LOH on the ones and twos at?
She out. She out. She out. Sorry, man. Like I said, man, it was just one of those. I thought she might have been on this evening, but so we could, bounce it off of her. Just to see exactly. Yeah. Are we wrong? If dude off rip, clearly stated.
I mean,
for him to go get snipped.
He did everything he could to not have him. I mean, this is a once in a lifetime shot in the dark mistake. Hey, it happened. You know what I'm saying? He took every precaution to not have him.
But now what happened was the aliens had decided that he had to.
Hey, but this is my thought too, though, son. This is my thought too. If they both didn't want to have kids, then why didn't she get her shit snipped too?
Well, nah, because you know what? I'm glad you asked that question because it was along the lines of what I was about to say. As far as she didn't initially want children either, I'm thinking that she did. She was trying to keep the motherfucker, and she was running that game.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Keep homie at arm's length distance, and then I think that her strategy when she deployed her tactics of I'm gonna put this motherfucker around him, trying to soften up his heart, and dude was like, "No, I told you what it was from the beginning." She was like, "Shit."
Listen, new baby. Yeah, they was married and they did all this shit to not have kids.
3 years.
But look,
I'm just trying to figure out how she could strategize that. Like,
well, here's the thing, bruh. New baby smell ain't like new car smell, bruh.
Right, but you know, Driz, how often do we hear about women having babies to keep them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My thing
is though. Like, I could see if she snuck around and found somebody looked like him and was like, yeah, you get this one time.
Yeah,
you know
but if your husband is snipped and here comes a baby, yeah, I'm going to have a test on Monday. I want to have a test on Wednesday. I want to have another test on Friday. You know, shit, I got snipped. I did my part, Drizzy. I did my part. You know, shit, you know, I done lost a half an inch. You know, I got snipped up in there, man. Shit, I want my inch back.
and she obviously loved the cat. You know what I'm saying? And that's
what I'm saying.
That's who she.
Once it happened, you know.
And you know, she probably wasn't really forthcoming about really wanting the baby. I've heard if you listen to some of these radio shows, like when Steve Harvey had his radio show, they had the Strawberry Letter, and you would hear shit like this come, you know, all the time. Motherfuckers. One I heard it was kind of like the opposite of this. The guy wanted a baby. She didn't want to have another kid. He wanted one of his own. So she lied and told the motherfucker that she was pregnant, faking morning sicknesses and all of this shit. And she wrote into the show, what should I do? Should I tell him how do I keep the charade up? Or I'm thinking I should lie and tell him I had a miscarriage. That's what she on. So I think she loved this cat. He's a good dude, maybe a good provider. And she was like, yeah, you saying that shit, okay, but I'm gonna agree to this. I'm gonna say this just to keep you. And then when you see the baby, hopefully it's gonna soften up your heart. And homie was like, nah, man,
can't do that. Even though he still stood solid by saying, you know what, I financially, but don't ask for anything being a parent about this. I'm done. I gotta wash my hands of it. But you need to check. You need, you know, help with this, that, and the third. I got you, but I can't be there, you know, sitting there teaching them how to ride a bike or whatever else. All that shit. I told you that was not in my forecast.
Yeah.
That motherfucker knew how to pull out of a bitch before he pulled out of a relationship. He wouldn't have this problem.
He got snipped. Tank.
But he got snipped, dog. I mean, if anything,
so he allowed to go up in the club and bust shots, man.
If anything, he got the right to sue that motherfucking urologist too for fucking up his shit.
Man, was that 3 years after? It was what 3 years after? You're supposed to have sex like a few months or whatever. How many weeks after you?
Is the doctor?
I know somebody who had the vasectomy and then turned around and had a baby some years later, and we was all looking at the woman until
can grow back.
The kid grew up, and this motherfucker she looked like him all up in the fucking face.
Look just like him. She ain't had no balls either.
Y'all probably know. Depending on how the procedure is done,
Damn. Shots fired.
Shots fired. Where's my shot? I got shots fired.
Oh shit!
But still, man, that's bait and switch, man. You can't be doing no shit like that, especially if a man articulated himself well, thought he had an understanding with his wife. No kids on.
Right. Hey, that's no fault like Ohio though. I don't see no fault on either side. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was just, on the top surface. I was like, man, read the damn article, man. It got a nice little twist to it. It was like, oh shit. Yeah. I think my man was on it.
Yeah. For sure.
Hey man,
got
look,
that one on.
And you know, this is what I was saying, man. Like, if women should be able to have these abortions, then I feel like, which, you know, of course they switched this up. I feel like if a motherfucker say, bitch, I don't want it from the jump, then he shouldn't have any responsibility if you're going to be able to have abortions. I think he went through everything he could to say, hey, he told her, he got the snip. You know what I'm saying? Only thing else he could have did was left her ass, and he did that after the fact. So.
I think he should run that down to the whole, whoever he got to talk to for child support. Like, look here, man. I got caught up in the flim flam. This is what happened to me. This is what I did. Now, can you reduce this damn child support payment?
That's a matter for the family courts, sir.
They'll just tell you to start selling sperm. You know, you can seems like you produce enough of it, motherfucker. Start selling it.
Sir, what's the matter with you? Why don't you want to take care of your child?
That's when you get mad. Whole ass nigga, I told her, and I'm telling you, I didn't want to.
Now, mind you,
I don't like it when I'm shooting.
Could you imagine a white dude coming in saying that shit? Saying bring out that inner black dude. Like, God dang, I told you, Judge.
Fuck, nigga, I said I didn't want it. You be like, all right, I'm gonna give you a pass on that one. I should have.
The judge, the family courtship, like, you did what?
Judge Joe
you
Brown.
got snipped. And y'all both agreed not to have kids, you know, even before y'all got married.
Right.
Yeah, that's on her. She gotta handle that one.
Right.
But
hey,
that's not how that goes.
Brown impression.
You said what?
Do you have an impersonation for Judge Joe Brown?
Oh yeah, he's just a crackhead.
So, what you're telling me is that you didn't want a kid, but you got snipped and the bitch ended up pregnant anyway. So what I'm saying is, you're still gonna have to take care of it and man up. You know, you just need the mustache. But that's the best I can do right now. I'll work on it.
Gotcha.
Sound like that motherfucker like Jello pudding. God damn.
A little bit.
If you listen to him now, he sound like. Yeah, I was feeling Cosby's in the end, but you got to listen to him, man. I've been listening to his last interview.
You got to hear him just start calling it like the greatest hits of him calling folks crackheads.
Right.
You know,
crackhead.
You just a crackhead. But yeah, I digress.
Shit, Mathis do that shit too. Sounds like a crackhead to me.
Sounds cracky to me. It sounds really cracky.
Right.
You fixed the car for $20. You went and got high, didn't you? Didn't you?
Right. That's it.
Now you want to come
that was it
to him. That was the agreement.
God dang, man. That was it. That was it. Oh my God, that was Judge Mathis. Damn, that was it.
you suing him for the 8-ball.
Off it.
Oh shit.
Oh, just bad as hell.
Wow,
all right, man. Let's bring it.
Let's bring it, man. We got what we got.
Oh man, throwing out brother's expensive 40th birthday gift. Cheered.
When I read this one, I thought about you when you did that when you was working down in Texas, whatever.
That's
where boy, no boy switched that shit on you. I was like, so this does happen. Fuckers try to force shit on you when you telling them clearly, don't bring that shit around me.
Right.
You know,
and that's right where it took me to, because he said, this man was saying, man, it fucked up my relationship. Nuked. He used the word nuked my relationship with my children.
Yeah.
With my marriage. And he got all of this back. Everybody knows he doesn't drink.
Everybody.
Right. And
everybody.
His brother brought that shit around him. And all I can think is how fragile that cat was to that. Like what it took for him to fight that off. And what he's still fighting. Because just because he threw the bottle out, that don't mean that craving went away. When I was down there, I said, I saw a picture of tea. I said, man, what's that? He said, tea. I said, all right, man, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Can I get a cup? His wife was sitting there. I said, man, you mind if I get a cup? I come back, the whole thing of tea. I was like, oh, all right, it's a big ass cup, no ice, but all right. I sipped the shit, but I didn't swallow it because I could taste the alcohol as soon as it hit my lips. And when I speak about fragility, this is what I mean. In my mind, I had this duel, and it was like, I said, you know what? It ain't nothing but a swallow. I can go ahead and drink this. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. And then I had another thought in my head that said, if you fucking drink this, not only are you gonna piss on all the work you did to stop drinking, but you'll never stop. If you drink this, there's no fucking way you're ever gonna stop. And I spit that shit back into the cup. And I said, listen, he's like, man, you just what? I said, listen, man, I told you I didn't drink. I said, man, I'm sorry, for wasting your shit or whatever, but I don't know why you would have did that. I told you I didn't fucking drink. I didn't fuck with them anymore because shit started getting weird, but
yeah,
that's that battle. And for me, it wasn't as bad as what it would sound like for somebody who was in so deep as he was. But that's some cruel shit to do, man. When you get to a point, man, that you want to stop doing that, at least for me, and you done lost friendships, you done wrecked your cars, you find yourself doing it alone, you walking in the dark, you pissing yourself, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot. It is a arduous task to quit drinking. And then once you finally kick it, to the point like me, I can go around people, they can drink, I can be in bars. I don't have that urge anymore. And I'm so happy because I wouldn't have my wife. But to do that, yeah, man, nah, a salute.
For his birthday.
Yeah.
For his birthday. That's what made it so fucked up. You
and
brought
he
it
knows,
into this man.
And he knows that he doesn't drink anymore and wanted around him.
I gotta say kudos to you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Kudos to you for handling that situation the way you did. I think I would have went solar emotional ballistic.
Oh yeah, I was ready to. I left. I left. Yeah.
Because I mean, my whole thing was, why would you do that to me? You know what I mean? Like what?
Yeah.
What possessed you? What crossed your? Like, what was this your big test to see if I've been bullshitting you and I drink with everybody else but you? Like, my mind would have just, oh man,
I was hurt, man.
It's always your family.
I was hurt.
The ones that's close to you, because his brother for his birthday gonna celebrate. And the killer part, y'all read this saying that the parents got mad at the guy in recovery.
That was some bullshit.
Saying that you overreacted.
That was real bullshit.
The brother opened up the bottle and started pouring everybody out.
You're a quitter.
Yeah, I'd have been like, all y'all get out my house and stay out.
Hell yeah.
Get out my house and stay out.
I mean, this dude could have probably did like a complete 360 from where, or 180 from where he was, and and his family just remembers the old motherfucker, you know what I mean? And that's who they thought was coming out for the holidays, even though he said he didn't drink, but
let me tell you what I was doing.
Give him a taste. It wasn't a holiday, bro. It was his birthday. It's his day.
Let me tell you what I was doing,
man. It wasn't a holiday. And then the brother opened up the bottle and started pouring everybody up.
Right, there you go.
Come on, man. At your birthday,
he's trying to fuck your shit up. Yeah.
Let me tell you something,
come
man.
on, man. That ain't Christmas. That's my fucking birthday. You in my house. I don't fucking drink. You know what I lost. And here you come. Hey, man, I got the top-notch shit for your ass.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I was self-sabotaging for a while. And this is what I mean by that. I was drinking non-alcoholic beer, O'Doul's. But even non-alcoholic beer has 0.05% alcohol in it. And one day I had this shit and I said to myself, fam, if you gonna quit. Fucking stop. You don't need this. You don't need to get to pretend. You don't need to play pretend. And I remember even at my brother's wedding, it was like, hey man, you ain't gonna toast the champagne with us for the wedding. I said, I'm gonna toast this motherfucking water. I said, I'm not drinking. I'm telling you. And I was hurt when they did that because I made it known, I didn't go into my whole history, but I said, I wasn't the nicest person. I wasn't a good drinker. Everybody want to think they are. I wasn't a good drinker. And for me to say, hey man, can I get some tea? Because I'm cutting the ground, I'm tired. And I go and I drink that and I tasted it. And those things started kicking in my head this tastes good. And
taking the edge off. Yeah.
If you swallow this shit, you'll never stop. And I even went to the bathroom. I rinsed my mouth out, man. I rinsed my mouth out, spit that shit out. And they was on some weird fuck shit anyway. So I quit that. But I just think, man, salute to dude. I wish that he could see this. salute the dude for throwing that shit out because it's hard,
Yep.
man. And especially when you say you lost what he lost.
Right.
I was fortunate to get friendships back. He was fortunate to get his children back. And your
Facts.
brother coming there with that, that nigga's a whole sucker for that. And I'm using that word. It's a whole sucker move, man.
He did that shit in front of his kids on top of that. That's what made that shit even worse, bro.
Like I said, that insult, again, I go back to not having the support of his family because his parents were like, you overreacted. You shouldn't have threw out the alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't go in on your brother that way. You know, I would have probably knocked my brother out. You know,
come on, man.
And then he'd have woke up in his own vehicle with that bottle. You know, but yeah, I mean, it's just you don't disrespect somebody's birthday like that, and at their house. That was just foul all the way around.
Let me say this, Mr. Coppola. If that had been me and I lost what that man lost, and I threw that shit out, and for any of my parents to come to me with that, I'd probably never speak to my parents again.
That was gonna be my question. Would you have shut the whole thing down and been like, you know what, I need to pause on the whole family function until y'all get y'all fucking act together and realize that I'm dead ass serious with my sobriety.
Everybody but my kids, everybody but my kids, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out right now. Because I'm telling you, man, you know, let me say this, man. Go ahead.
What if his kids was taking shots too? They were there,
man.
No,
you know, like
man.
If he was fucking up relationships with his whole family, and like if that's who's at his birthday party, you know, everybody's taking shots.
Let me say this. I may not kick my kids out, but I would have a strong fucking word for them. Like, hey, I went through hella hot water to kick this devilish habit to get back in y'all good graces. And y'all gonna sit up here and sip this shit around me. Like, I just feel like, you know, a lot of people don't understand. I still have times where I don't have any urges, but I see somebody acting stupid or I see people drinking, and I still say to myself, man, I'm so happy I quit. I'm so fucking happy I stopped. I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm so happy I quit. You know what I mean? And it's not to remind myself, but I'm always reminded of my fuck ups, man. I'm always reminded of how foolish I look, how foolish I inadvertently made other people look. And when you put it out there, hey man, I've changed myself. I've worked hard to become a better person. You know, this thing almost destroyed me, man. And for you, one of the closest people, it don't get closer than a brother to do that. Yeah, man, it would have been Kung Fu fucking Joe time, and my parents could have kissed my ass. You know,
even with the kids sipping or whatever, they just got to sip at their uncle's place or at the emergency room where uncle just got delivered to. Y'all could go ahead and help him, you know, find his teephuses, you know, and keep it pushing.
You know, and this, you know, I'm sorry. Just the last thing is, I'm fortunate that I had a good support system around me. The Cuddy saw me through. The bunk was there, but when I said, "Hey, I'm done," it was respected. I got another cousin. For as much shit as he's into, if I was hanging out with him and somebody offered me a drink, I didn't have to say anything. He spoke up, hey, nah, he don't drink no more. And was forceful about it. And nobody was gonna say nothing to him because he was a bad motherfucker when he boxed. And they would be like, hey, you want something? Nah, he don't drink no more. It almost like he thought maybe I would say he don't drink no more. And so, you know, that's I think the most fucked up thing about this is his support system. Fucking with him with it.
Yeah, what do you guys think was worse, them brother bringing alcohol or the lack of support?
I think
the reason why he brought that shit was fucked up.
Okay.
Man. This story made me think of this video I reshared on my social media the other day, right? And there's this picture of a woman, and she's laying in bed with this big constrictor, about 7 feet long, and it's her pet. And you're looking at this image, right? And you're thinking, oh, okay, she's sleeping with her snake. Okay, some people, I guess, sleep with their pets. But the guy
I
starts
know where
talking,
you're going with this shit.
and he says, woman took her snake to the vet. She was concerned the snake hadn't eaten for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And so she kept trying to give the snake, mice or whatever. She kept trying to feed the snake. And the vet's listening to her calmly. And he says, he said, I got to tell you something. He said, how long has it been since the snake ate? She said, like I said, about a little over a week. And he said, and he's been stretching out when he's sleeping in the bed with you. She said, yeah. He's like, he's not coiling up at all next to you under the warmth. He's like, he said, let me tell you something. He said, your snake's not sick. He said, snakes know exactly how many days they have to fast before they can have a big meal. And he's been stretching out because he's sizing you up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy, man. People close to you, man. And some people that are just already, they're born, relatives. And they just sizing you up for that moment.
To take you took the shot at your birthday, your 40th, man. You always remember that damn 40th birthday. Your brother tried to get you some expensive shit, and your ass. I loved how he just put the shit in the garbage, like fuck you and this whatever, whatever. Fuck, I don't give a fuck if it's Louis.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if it's Louis. I'm dumping this shit. Fuck you. Fuck Louis. Fuck these parents.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like Corey said, it's not just what he brought. It's the fact that it was some of the most expensive.
It was the temptation aspect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the mindset is, you're not about to pour my shit out, nigga. I paid.
Yeah. I dropped $1,500 for this. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to drink it. No, I don't. I don't drink anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Some fucked up shit.
And to answer your question, Mr. Coble, I'm gonna say this: bringing it was already awful, but the lack of support, especially from your parents,
that's what.
And everybody who sipped from what he poured, nobody else grabbing this motherfucker and throwing him out. Right. Yeah, that lack of support was probably the worst.
The worst part of it. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to know. That was my final question on that. Was like, dude, what? Because I could see just not having your family. It's kind of like you starting all over again. It's like y'all really don't believe I'm fucking sober. You know
what? Tank used to tell me. Yeah, Tank told me a couple years after I stopped. He said, "Man, those motherfuckers that still don't believe you stopped drinking." Real shit.
See.
And it wasn't just him. People I knew, man, stop playing.
Go on, sip this. Years later, sip this.
Years later, nobody believed you stopped. Okay. I had motherfuckers looking like,
Yeah, I understand that there's a hill you got to climb back from, from what you did. But once you holding your own and you having a celebration, you made it to 40. And then here comes your fucking brother. With this expensive ass looking, not just, no damn Paul Masson.
Right.
This motherfucker done went top shelf in front of your parents and everybody like, yeah, fuck all that sobriety shit. Sip on this.
Right.
And, and they're all good and grown and everything, right, in this scenario. As the father, watching my son go through that and then seeing him win, come out on the other side, but knowing what he went through, like, I'm not gonna stop loving any of my children, but I'm definitely taking that one outside to talk to him. Yeah, and I'm hoping that it stays at that level. I don't care how old I am, what is going on in my body. Like, you know what? Come on, son. Let's go talk. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, son. You know what? Happy birthday. I'm gonna be right back. Let me go talk to your brother.
Right.
I'm not about to sit up there and call. Come on, man. It's top shelf liquor. What?
Right.
After what this man has been through?
That's
made
why
it
I
all this way far.
Yeah.
For this fool to fuck it over because it's good shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Gentlemen, speaking of that, speaking of alcohol,
Rose Hizzle.
When you sipping on that, grandson rose.
Okay.
Yeah, switched it up today.
Grandson.
I stayed away from the red today, huh?
A little bit.
I'm sipping on this Abre, you know, this fine filtered water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Indeed.
You know, what apples we got, Cuddy? What apples we using today?
And no apples. I have this I don't know, this beach pipe. Yeah, it's one of the the tourist pipe.
Little indigenous pipe, huh? Okay.
And it's packed full of that jungle boogie.
We are so fucked up. We just did a whole spot on sobriety.
Right. They talk about what we getting fucked up on.
Right.
Ooh,
yeah. Sugar freeze. What you sipping on there?
Well, I had some of that some Japanese whiskey. If I could pronounce it, I would have told you what it was.
Right.
But I chased it with some Essentia.
You go.
My man.
Diluted.
Facts.
All Japanese whiskey tastes like scotch.
It tastes like Johnny Walker. Yeah, you know what? It's actually in the Scotch eye. That's what the dude told me. He was like, it's basically what it is.
All right. To get on that. But
I like sake. I just have to say sake, man.
Yeah, Tank put me on that shit, man. It warmed my soul.
Yeah. Man, listen.
My soul.
Listen, the last time I had sake was a couple of years ago. I was Erykah Badu. You know, she throw a birthday party every year in Dallas because that's where she lives and all that shit. Yeah. So I went early to the spot, and I went to this. It was a spot that sold like Japan. It was a Japanese spot. I had sushi and sake, but it was a legit sake spot that had the bomb sushi, but they spoke all Japanese, but they was playing trap music. I loved it. They played trap music. It was bomb. Oh, it was great.
That's right. Texas. Peace.
Facts.
All right, family. Thank you again for another great episode, gentlemen.
Yes.
3 PMD back in the building. Please like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff, man. And hit the goddamn like button, gentlemen. I swear to God. I feel like Martin Lawrence and House Party, man. I'm gonna kick your fucking heart out if you don't. You stop bumping this damn table, man.
Hey,
hit that like button.
And the new graphics, I'm loving that, Cuddy.
Oh, thank you.
Love it. All right, y'all take it away, my brothers.
Hey, yo, like, share, subscribe again.
Please.
Brothers quit doing drugs. They quit drinking. Don't bring that shit around. Don't do that shit.
Facts.
And you guys don't forget, hang around for a little bit. Make sure that your video uploads.
Just let it roll.
All right. And we out.
Peace.
Peace.